pretty centered. Again, I'm using my my TV for a monitor, so I can, because I can't really judge by the little screen on that thing. All right, if you guys have seen my my other videos on my channel, I just you know, I've explained this stuff. I think, and I don't want to bore you guys, but I just go over it quickly. I didn't realize how easy YouTube was. I mean, it was around like over 10 years before I even thought about I mean, I figured it was, I don't know, there was going to be a lot involved, and there wasn't. I just got on YouTube and I started looking around, and boom, I was able to create a channel. But then I didn't know what to do with it, so I just, you know, put some stuff on there, and I got a couple of views, and that was fine. And right off the bat, I got 2 subscribers, so I can't complain. Now I think I have 5 subscribers, and thank you very much. I appreciate it. I think it was the last couple of videos you guys probably watched. I set the timer because I don't want to make really long videos, so I'm gonna try and breeze through this, just show you the comics. That's, you know, what my channel's about. I do some different things. Like I say, I put up some a couple of music videos. I was playing guitar, bass, on, you know, playing some silly songs, and I might not even play them right, but I had fun with it, and I'm kind of getting a kick out of YouTube. You know, even if I'm only getting like 5 views, it's I don't know, it's kind of fun making these. When I grew up, of course, this, you know, this was like futuristic, and now you can do it. You can get on here and, you know, like just I don't know. I mean, I see guys on YouTube who build cars, and, you know, every one of their videos, you know, they do different parts of the engine. They teach you stuff and yada yada. I see people build garages, build houses, laying the cement, boom, the whole 9 yards. Pretty interesting. Anyways, let's see. I better get started. Okay, I've wasted a minute and a half, and what I'm going to do this time is, because my videos are pretty quiet, and I thought maybe I'd put a little bit of music in the background, but I don't know if it's going to interfere with my comic book yapping. So we'll see. Let's see if this is too loud. I'm going to have to tell by the little itty bitty monitor, and I'm going to have to turn it down, but I think it's okay. So well, that's no, I'm louder than that is. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to stick close. All right. So, and this is comic books YouTube video number 5. Count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when I closed out comic book video YouTube number 4, we finished with Flyman. So I'm in the S. And I'm on the 4th box now, and we're going to finish up with Flyman and go through some F and G's into some H's, I think, and that'll about wrap it up for this video. And we are going to get started right now. Let's see. Okay, that's not bad. I should have, whatever. All right, Flyman. Boom. This is Mighty Comics Group, you know. I don't know. Wasn't my thing. As a kid, you know, they look like they're wannabe Marvels. But some of these, you know, I got a lot of comics. I made this video just, you know, just a little bit ago, but I did it going through the my mixer. It's a 16 track, and I was trying to play a little bit of music in the background and use the microphone. And when I played it back, I could hear the hum, and I'm sure I know what that was. There was a hum coming from the microphone cable, and I couldn't hear it when I had my headphones on. But so I'm redoing it, and I'm just using the standard speakers on the camera. Let's see, number 36. Okay, good deal. And I hope this comes out good, and I'll try to make it somewhat entertaining for you guys. Okay, now that was the last Flyman. Now we're into Forbidden Worlds, American Comics Group, Penn Center, baby. Bam! Pretty sweet. 1961. 1963. 12 Center, though. Because I've already done this once, I kind of know what to hit on. 1964, number 117, Forbidden Worlds. This one has water damage on the spine. Oh well, what you gonna do? Forbidden Worlds, fine, 1965. Yeah, that song just started again. You know what I discovered on my machine? I always noticed the button. There's a lot of buttons on that darn thing, but it had a loop button. I never bothered trying to, you know, figure out what it was. But I just hit it, and it made the song loop. And I go, all right. Forever People. Hey, this one as a kid. I know I did. You think I didn't? I did. This one's not really white, but you know, when you comic books have that either, you know, like if you have a beautiful black cover and there's no creases in the paper, it looks, you know, gorgeous, especially if there's other colors in there, you know, maybe, you know, some reds and whatnot. But when the paper gets cracked, and I know I've said this before, the printing it flakes off. So then what's left is the bare paper, which is white. So on a black comic, you're going to see the white streaks. Now with white comics, one of the hazards is they don't stay white. They start turning off-white and then cream, and then you get into yellow and then some browning. And I got some comments in here that display that. So I don't want to show you, but I have no choice. Frankenstein number 1, 1963. I also have Frankenstein, I think I showed you guys. One of those other boxes. I got Frankenstein 1945. Made one of them. It's beat. It's gone. But look at that. I got Frankenstein number 1, 2, and 2. Huh. And number 8. And why I have number 8? I think, knowing me, I probably checked the price guide, and this probably has a special artist. I don't think it would be a writer. I think it's a special artist that ended up doing that, which gives the comic a little more value. And I've shared that with you guys too. So as we go through my comics, if I think of stuff, you know, for people who don't, you know a whole lot about comics, like I say, I decided to start collecting number 1s. But people will collect certain genres, you know, like a Western or, you know, suspense or superhero, yada yada. But when you've got a new artist, a new writer, and you know, they're really good, they're in demand, and the comic actually, especially you got the first appearance. Like I've got the first art from a lot of guys. I'm trying to think. Is it Miracle Man? Number 3 or 5 or something. I think I've got Rob Liefeld's first artwork, and a lot of other guys. I think I have Jim Lee's also. And when a great artist like Jim Lee or some of these other guys, Dan Fraga, he's really good. You know, when you can purchase their artwork, you know, first professional artwork, you'll find that you probably have to pay more for it, and when you go to sell it, you could probably command a higher price. So, okay, I'm doing a lot of yapping. From beyond. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Set the time. Yeah, I'm still in there. If I just zip through it. Another beyond the unknown. American Comics Group. Number 2. Gasp. Number 4. Some of the stuff I said with my first attempt at video number 5. This was Get Smart. This is a 1969. It's a reprint of when Get Smart first came out, I think in 1965, 64, 65 in a comic book. And this is a swipe from the cover of Get Smart number 1, 1965. This is 1969, and it's Get Smart number 8. And I thought it was the good one, which, you know, sells for, I don't know, I think about $100 maybe. If you got into, like, you know, Near Man or something, maybe more than that. But all right, Charlton Comics. I ended up getting a lot of Charltons from my boy Burt Bloom, Ghost Manor. Now it's funny, I was talking about genres earlier. I of course am pretty much a superhero fan. Now, this is Ghost Rider. I was telling you guys a few moments ago about comic books, you know, with the black ones, you can see the, you know, the creases when there's stress lines and whatnot. But I was also talking about, you know, if it's white, the color will ultimately, depending on how you care for it, is going to start turning off white, and then cream, and then, you know, yellow, and then brown. And that's when, you know, it's brittle. You pick it up and, you know, pieces can flake off. This one's brown all around on the inside, all around the edges. So, you know, it's, excuse me, it's number 1, 12 center, 1967. It's a desirable comic book, you know. I mean, you know, somebody might argue with me and goes, no, it's not. I mean, it is. I've watched it go up in value, but again, mine aren't sweet, man. Mine are kind of bogus, dude. But I got a few of these puppies. But a lot of westerns, you know, like your Kid Colt Outlaw, and who's that other guy? It's another Marvel character. If you have the early issues, then you're going to you're going to do all right. But Ghost Rider, boom, number 6. I had a bunch of these. I had so many comics, man. One time I got rid of them. Okay, now we got Ghost Rider, we all know and love. And I ended up buying from one dealer. This is number 4, 1974. Not a very good condition. Looks all right. They always look better on camera than they do. Actually, they look better in person than they do on camera. Sometimes they look better on camera. But anyways, but yeah, this is 15. So from one dealer, I forgot where we were at. I bought, you know, big box from the guy that had Ghost Rider from 15 to 29. But they're all like this one's very fine. I mean, you know, pretty sweet. You're talking 1976, and people like Ghost Rider, you know. So I don't know what it's valued at. I don't care. I don't. I do have a record of it. I have to look it up, and like I say, there's so many of these things to go through. I'm more concerned about other comics I have that I would like to see them increase in value. And it's really funny too, because there are characters now that are popular, and I guess it's, you know, from the movies they started putting out in the late 70s, you know, and in the 80s, 90s, and with Superman and whatnot. And then when they did, you know, Spider-Man, he didn't come out until 2002, but I think they were working on the darn thing for like 10 years. They had all kinds of trouble, and I forgot, I don't know if it was legal trouble or, you know, what, making an arrangement with Marvel maybe. I just don't know. Number 23, 1977. You see, but all these are really cool. Fine, fine plus, fine, very fine. They're sweet. So these, you know, these are definitely tradable. They're collectible, readable. You know, I don't know if I would. This was very fine near mint, but there is a centerpiece. Bummer. Oh well. Might not be very fine near mine. I take a glance at it now and I'm thinking, I don't know. Maybe it is. Okay. We're not gonna have a whole lot left, guys. So this is 27. I think it goes up to 29. Boom, boom. Now we go, after the last Ghost Rider, we're going to jump over to Giant Size. That was a good run. I like Giant Size. There was some pretty good artwork in there from what I've seen. I just look at the pictures. I don't read the comics. No, I can't read these. I read them as a kid, but I'm not going to read a comic book. Giant Size Defender. Mylar, very fine near mint. Hoo-yah. Giant Size Man Thing. Number 1. I can see it pretty good on the monitor, so I'm hoping you guys see it good. But again, I'm not going to. Okay, 23 minutes left. That's not bad. If I do it for about 10 minutes more, if I can knock this out in 10 minutes, I don't think I can. I might take at least 15 minutes. Talked to my boy Ricky. He was a guitar player in our band 20 years ago, and he moved to South Carolina, and he comes to visit every few years. Here's a good one, Giant Size Spider-Man number 1. I think it's number 1 and 4, or just 4, or just 1. But I remember when I seen these at my dealer's store. The guy told you Santa Monica Trading Company on Main Street. Owner was Bert Bloom. Every time I buy comics, if I'd come back and go during the hippie era, 1966, funny stuff. Could care less, but you know, I got 3 of them, and there's probably somebody out there that says, oh man, I sure wish I had some Go-Go comics. I can't find them anywhere. Like, dude, I got Go-Go, and I got Gorgo. You don't want to mess with Gorgo. But yeah, you know, if I can get issues 1, 2, 3 of something, or, you know, I love issues number 1 for lots of different reasons. Excuse me. But if you can get a little run going too, there's lots of things that'll, you know, help you increase the value of your collection if you you know, are thinking smart. You're using your head and you look for certain things, you know, certain characters. It's hard. You think you might not be able to get all the books you want, which is quite possibly true, unless you're, you know, I mean, if you're like a businessman and make, you know, the big duckies, but probably not gonna. If you're a bachelor, you probably get away with it, but if you're married, I don't know. The girlfriend I dated, God, it's been at least 15 years now. But I was into the comic books, of course, back then, and, you know, maybe close to 15 to 20 years. But she took an interest in it, and I think she was just, you know, taking an interest in my interest, which was awfully nice of her. All right, Gunfighters, and this is Charlton, yeah, Charlton, 1966. It looks older, it looks like it's from the 50s or something, but it tisn't. Gunsmoke Western, number 72, 1962. See, when I'm able to use the monitor, then I can make sure I'm not out of whack here. Hawk and Dove, you know what, I was never in Hawk and Dove. I got 2 number 1s, but I think I checked the price guide not too long ago. Yeah, because I updated my spreadsheet, and for some reason it seems like Hawk and Dove are making, you know, a rise in their value and their popularity. People are digging Hawk and Dove. I don't know, a lot of old guys, for some reason, you know, some of these guys were, you know, I thought were silly when I was younger, but now with the, you know, people think different now. It's funny, and I guess people thought different, you know, in the 40s than I did. You know, a little kid in the 40s thought one way, and I was a little kid in the 60s, and I thought another way. You had kids in the 80s, and they were playing with these video games. Man, this technology and these darn computers, man, they're okay. See the big rip in that? But this is Hawkman number 3. I've got 1, and I think maybe 2, and I know I got 4, and then 5, and a bunch. Here's number 8. Hawkman, he, you know, was not ever on the big popularity board, you know. Alright, I'm just making some progress here. If I can knock this out in 10 minutes, that'll be cool. Hawkman, not very good shape. This one's like fair good. Like a big piece missing front cover. Ink on the 5th page. And why did I write this stuff? Oh yeah, there's a piece up in the corner. I can repair that if I wanted, but it's a Hawkman. Hawk Tui. Yesterday was Sunday. Thought we were going to have practice at the studio. I got the word that it was on, but then after I got all my gear ready, filled up the tank with gas, the term we used in the Army, but I'm not going to say it, but I something showered and shaved, and some of these have, you know, some of the colors I think pretty cool. You know, they're kind of weird, but nevertheless. Here's a Dell comic book, 10 center. Henry, Carl Anderson's. Every time I hear Henry, I think of that character that you guys don't even know. It's Henry Aldridge, I think. Henry Aldridge. His mom was always yelling at him. He was some I guess they lived in suburbia somewhere. And then Herbie, I don't know what his deal was. He was a fat dude, but I guess he has superpowers. Look at this. Love this one, man. I got number 1 too. Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, man. Booyah. This one, it's not in good shape, though. I gave it a good, very good. Pieces out on the front cover. Oh yeah, and the little piece on the corners. That's what happens. These things, they get old. You know, you leave them in the light, you leave them in the sun, whatever, and then they do get a little brittle. And that's what's the first thing to go is like the corners, the edges, the margin. Yada yada. Hercules from Charlton Comics. Number 2. I tell you what, if I can't get number 1s, I go for number 2s. If I can't get number 2s, I go for number 3s. And the funny thing is Hercules Unbound. That's what I got. Very fine near mint. Is it? Definitely a very fine near mint. A little debatable there. Okay, we're into Hot Rod Racers, Charlton. This is what they did. They did the hot rods, motorcycles, combat comics, and another publisher was Mighty Comics. Yeah, Mighty Comics. Hot Rod Racers number 2. There. Oh. This is, I don't know where I got the drums from on this. I'm sure I got it off of YouTube. You can punch in just drum beats, and you pick the type of music, jazz, rock, whatever, and it'll tell you, you know, jazz beat, 100 beats per minute, you know, and it'll say simple, or, you know, tell you a little more. So I just run through it, boom, 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 like that, and you run it through the phone. Then I take the output of the phone, the headphone jack, and I run it straight into the 16-track recorder. Now I got a perfect drum thing to go, which really, it takes me off because I have 2 drum machines. I have 3. No, my boy has the other one, but I got 2 drum machines and they work great. They're fully programmable, but the internal battery died, so I can't use them. And you know, when I want to practice my bass or, you know, even my guitar, I want to play along with drums. This one right here in the Overstreet Price Guide, they says issue number 34, and I believe there's like a question mark next to it. In other words, they made this issue, and Overstreet was aware of it, but maybe they had never ran across a physical copy, because, you know, when they put the check mark, they go, it's like they had never found any. They still had, you know, a value for it, and, you know, a grading. There was some weird thing about number 34. I noticed that. That's why I was glad I got it. Hot Stuff number 19. All right, this one's got more color. These are the ones my I said in a couple of videos ago that my grandmother used to take me to the pharmacy once a week. She would pick up her prescriptions, and she babysat for me when I was a little tyke, a wee little one. And I lied. It wasn't my grandmother. It was my great-grandmother. And I loved her. She was a nice lady. And when we went, she'd give me a quarter. And back then, you'd get 2 comic books and change back. But she wouldn't let me get anything. And I use the term like adult comic books, but I don't mean adult comic books. I mean, House of Mystery to her was adult comic books. Superman was adult. I couldn't get Spider-Man. I couldn't get, you know, none of the superheroes, and these things, no monsters, definitely, and no crime comics. But, you know, at that age, I didn't care. You know, whatever she bought me, I go, that's cool, man. Then when I got older, and I was, what do you call it? I guess when you're 12, an adolescent, I bought my own Dark Starring comic books. I had a big collection of Mad magazine. That was kind of fun. I'd go everywhere looking for comic books. Back then, and even as an adult, when I started recollecting, okay, it's running thin, but I'm still doing okay. I'd like to get done with this in about 5 to 7 minutes. Very good find. House of Mystery. Boom. Okay. And I hope the audio comes out on this better than on the other one. I told you guys I'm redoing this. I did this video just, I don't know, half an hour ago. And, no, longer than that, 40 minutes ago, whatever, and I watched it. And I didn't even want to watch the whole thing, because from the get-go, it was, I could hear the buzz from the microphone. I go, man. So I have to use the, you know, the external mics, which is okay, but I noticed my videos are like dead. It's just me sitting here and it's totally silent except for my yappity yap. So I go, well, you know, why don't I put something in the background, some kind of music, whatever, not overbearing, but just some little something in the background, you know? A lot of guys do that. You know what else they do on YouTube is these guys, they got little introductions, you know, like, you know, I don't know how they got so professional so quick, but they got introductions, you know, the Bob Casey show, whatever, and a guy will tell you all about, you know, he's either into politics or, you know, maybe religion. I don't know. They're two, you know, forbidden subjects, I guess, but, oh, fine minus. Sweet. But yeah, they have introductions. I don't have introductions. I found a audio, a video editor, and you can download the free sample, but you can't, you can't make copies of it. And I think it's generous enough of them to let you download their editor, because I can learn a lot from it. I've already edited a video with the sound and everything. You have to like grab the pieces you want and put them in a certain place so the video matches the audio, and all the splicing and cutting you can do. It's pretty cool. I know about audio, because that's what this is. I recorded this on my 16 track. I found the drums on YouTube, and then I threw some bass and guitar down, and it was fun. And I don't know what I called it, and I don't have any lyrics, and I can't sing anyways. Alright, so we're going through House of Mystery and House of Secrets. So we went past House of Mystery and House of Secrets. Bam, 1962. I hope you guys like my comic collection. Here's one in fine condition. 1963. Very good. Almost done with this. And I don't think I'd be doing much yapping. I think last time I did a bunch of, well, I'm doing better than I thought. This is better than my my first video, my first attempt at video number 5. So, all right, House of Secrets. Now we're into when they were featuring Eclipso and Prince Ramen. I guess he's the noodle man. Not kidding. I don't even know much about these guys, but they were, bam, in House of Secrets for a minute. And, kids dug them. This one's very good. Number 79. I got a few Howard the Ducks. Hoo-yah. I think it was either Howard the Duck or Howard the Duck number 12. I'm thinking, for some reason I'm thinking number 4, but I think it was number 12. They had I think the first appearance of Kiss, the rock band, in comics. And those again, those things are collectible too. That's, you know, another thing. you guys can look for. You look for different genres. You can collect by number ones. You can collect by different writers, collect by different artists. Some people just like trade paperbacks. Me, I like the regular comics. Trade paperbacks are going to have like Howard the Duck issues 1 through 5 or 1 through 10, and they're going to throw it in a these are coming out in 1975, 77, you know, whatever, but they'll make it in, you know, 2020, and it'll be a good looking comic. It'll be a, you know, like a thick hardbound, a trade paperback. And this is my writing. I write in my hand. These are the notes I needed to edit this song and get all the buzz out. Okay, only a couple left. I got Flyman, baby. Number 1. Boom. I remember this guy because at the same time they were building the, yeah, 2 of them. Boom. The Twin Towers in New York. They were building the Twin Towers in Century City here in LA. And ours were only like 40 stories. But anyways, Flyman, that's what they called that guy who walked across the Twin Towers in New York, the World Trade Centers. He walked from one building to the other when I guess they first opened up. I guess he got arrested and all that, but you know, I think they called him the Flyman. And for some reason, I always kind of liked the comic book. Another dude I like is, who was it? Oh, the Human Torch. They gave him his own magazine in 1975. So, I don't know. Human Fly, I got a few of these, almost done, only a few left. Ooh, Very Fine Near Mint, number 12, 1978. He had a comic that's not even 1980, bro, and it's, you know, this is as good as, you know, better than fine. I'm digging that. Not a great, you know, title. Not everybody likes him. Fly, very few people like him. All right, now we're jumping into Incredible Hulk territory. Hulk smash. Boom. Okay, at least I'm going to finish on time if nothing else. When I'm done with this, I'm going to see if it has any I don't know, any value to it. I'll look at it if it's boring or the music I was playing just to be a little more entertaining. Is if it's too loud, I'm gonna have to redo this again, but I don't think I'm gonna do it tonight. It's dark outside. My neighbors are you know, really nice people, and these are thin walls, way thin. I can talk for 2 minutes. I'm going to talk for 2 minutes. I don't care if you guys don't like it. So anyways, so yeah, if you're new to collecting comics, there's a lot you got to look out for, and be leery of many things. Many things. I would advise you to you know, get an Overstreet price guide, whether you have a few comics or a lot of comics. The price guide is just chock full of information. And another place to go if you don't want to drop the dime on the price guide, they do have, I've never seen it, I don't know much about the electronic stuff, but you can get it for your those little books that people, I think it's called a Nook or something like that. You can get Overstreet for that, but that's a little bit more pricey. But physical one is, I think, about 25 bucks. And if you are broke, like some people are, like I am sometimes, there's a comic book distributor that I mentioned once before, and I think it's okay to you know, talk about different people. I'm not going to say anything bad about anybody, but it's called mycomicshop.com, and what it is, it's the mail order service from Lone Star Comics out of Texas. But all you got to do is, you know, type in either, you know, on your computer, type in lonestar.com or mycomicshop.com. When you go there, it'll show you all the comics they sell. They also buy comics. They sell supplies. Blah blah blah. But the thing is if you need some information on any comic you can think of, you want to find out stuff about you know, a particular issue of Spider-Man or something like that, you go to it and it gives you, I mean, it's chock full of information. You know, it tells you what the story's about if you care. It tells you the CGC comics that have been graded and how many ranked in like you know, 9.4, 9.6, you know, 8.2. It gives you all these interesting you know, tidbits of information. But I am not going to ramble on. I want to make this a reasonable video. I hope this was somewhat entertaining. This is a Comic Books YouTube video number 5. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I am going to make it number 6. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you're new, you know, that's great. Thank you very much for watching. If you've already seen a couple of my videos, then thank you for coming back. I am not doing this for like a lot of the guys I see, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm not doing this for sponsors or for money. I'm doing this because, like I say, you know, this was like Star Trek. It was all in the imagination when I was a young kid, and when I figured out how to you know, make a YouTube channel, I just, you know, I was putzing around. I go, how do those guys do that? You know, and I was able to do it. But I can't edit. I don't have the equipment to edit. There was a program they let you download for free, but you can't. So you can experiment. You can see how their programs work, and I'm going to purchase it. I am, because it's very, very cool. But right now it's just, I just turned it on, boom, I got no introductions like some guys go, like I was telling you guys earlier, the Bob Cassidy show, or, you know, whatever the case is. And I don't have that, and I don't know, it would have to be, I would have to give it a lot of thought. It would have to be, you know, I think pretty cool. I wouldn't want a lame introduction. I would do, I don't know. Some people have really cool introductions, so if I were going to do it, that's what I do. Anyways, but I am going to do another video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you're new, thank you very much. If you want to give me a like, that's fine. If you want to subscribe, that's fine. If you don't want to, that's fine. You're always welcome to see my videos. I'm doing this because it's fun, and I don't get out much. And I don't have much company, so I really do get a kick out of this. Allows me to talk and use my vocal cords. Having said that, thank you again for watching and for being a subscriber. And I will have another video. I don't know. The last one, I think I said I was going to take a month to make this one. And I think I put up the other one like a week and a half ago at best. Maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know. But it's funny, every time I load them up, it's like YouTube, it takes like 4 or 5 days. I put it on my laptop, and I don't know. And they even have a thing there that says, you know, the date that you would like it to, you know, post. And I look at my computer, and it says after 3 days, I'm serious, after 3 days, it says, you know, it'll say 13% downloaded. I'm 13%. And I look at it after another day, and it's like 18%. I go, ugh. But, you know, whatever. I just leave it on. It finally gets up there. And I don't think I've had them bark at me too much. There was a couple of videos that they frowned on, the guitar videos, but here I go yammering again. So thank you, and I will see you guys in the next video. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And stop. How do we stop? Stop this thing. It's mad.